Welcome to the battle report number 2. This was a 40k game between Chaos Space Marines and Chaos Demons. 1,500 points. Here we go. We rolled up Big Guns Never Tire as our mission. We had a Vanguard Strike deployment. That's the diagonal one. And it's going to be Night Fight first turn. We also had 4 objectives as part of the mission. If you look on the table, you'll see in the right side, lower half, is a brown disc right behind a brick wall. That's the first objective. Go directly across and a little bit up on the left from that is another brown disc. That is our second objective. The third objective is in the brown ruins, just about at the center of the table. And then the fourth objective is on the lower level of the concrete and brass ruins, the very tall building left just past center. Let's meet the Chaos Space Marines. Far to the right, just in front of the largest ruins, is a squad of Nurgle bikers, 5 in total. Only one is visible. It's a bit hard to see from this angle. Next to them on the second floor of the ruins is a 5-man Havoc squad with 4 autocannons. Right of the Havocs in front of the building is a Chaos Lord in Terminator armor. He's marked with Zinch for a 4-up invulnerable save, has the Warlord trait that gives him fear, and he's joined by a cast of 6 more Terminators with an assortment of combi weapons and power weapons. To their right is 2 Rhinos with 5 Chaos Space Marines in each one. They have a plasma gun, and their champions are sporting plasma pistols and power swords. Cowering in fear behind the Rhino is a Chaos Lord mounted on a Juggernaut with the Axe of Blind Fury and the Sigil of Corruption. He's such a chicken. Lastly, all the way to the left is another Havoc squad with 4 autocannons. And in reserves, a Helldrake awaits, just preparing to come in and burninate the peasants. The evil warp spawns stare down their corporeal brothers with the following forces. Far to the right is a squad of 19 Bloodletters, a Herald of Khorne. The Herald of Khorne has an Axe of Khorne, a Locus of Fury, and the demonic gift of Corpulence. To their left is a 20-man unit of Pink Horrors with 2 Zinch Heralds. The Heralds are carrying a Book of Names and a Portaglyph and 1 Locus of Conjuration. They are both level 3 Psychers with Prescience and Flickering Flames. One of them has Forewarning, the other has Misfortune. These are very, very good psychic power rolls for this game. In fact, I don't know if it can get much better than this. To their left is a 5-man Blood Crusher unit joined by another Herald of Khorne. This Herald has Locus of Fury, just like the other one, and an Axe of Khorne, and has the demonic gift of Resilience, which is a 4+ Feel No Pain. Way off by his lonesome, playing by himself, is what I call the Tank Thirster. He's a Bloodthirster, but you've rolled some specific gifts for him. He has Demonic, Resilience, and Dark Blessings. So essentially what he has is reroll failed invulnerable saves, 3+ armor save, and then a 4+ Feel No Pain save. Very, very difficult to kill. But because you keep both of his greater gifts, you end up giving him dual axes of Khorne. So anyhow, that is the Demon Forces. On Corey's first turn, he's the CSM player if you haven't figured it out yet. He moves everything forward except for the Havoc squads, and because it's Night Fight, he shoots everything at the Blood Crushers except for the 1 Havoc squad that is on the far left. It's outside of 36 inches, so it can't see it. The Blood Crushers are absolutely murdered. I mean, just crushed. I think he wounded him 16 times. I saved 2 wounds. All that's left is the Champ with 1 wound and the Herald. Hopefully these guys can do something next turn. The other Havoc squad shot at the Bloodletters and killed 1. At the beginning of my movement phase, I realized I'm really, really dumb. I shouldn't have put the Bloodthirster so far away. It was Night Fight. I could have put him about 12 inches closer to the fight and he could have helped out first turn, but because of that, I'm going to have to, do some different movement. On my first turn, I have a lot of casting to do. I use the Book of Names, give a 3+ invulnerable save to the Bloodletters. They run around the corner of the ruins to get at the Rhinos. The Pink Horrors get Prescience and a 4+ save from Forewarning. I cast Misfortune on the Terminators, but Corey gets a good deny the Witch roll, so the Terminators are fine. No re-rolling successful saves there. The Bloodthirster, who is completely out of position, I figure, okay, the only way that I'm going to get anything done with him this turn is I move towards the objective on Corey's side of the board in the hopes that if his Chaos Cultists come on, I can do one of two things. I can force them to deploy somewhere away from the objective, basically taking 2 objectives out of the game, or he does come on for the objective and the Bloodthirster can just go clean him up and get rid of one of his scoring units. Lastly, Tzeentch Herald chucks the Portaglyph and the damn thing scatters right in front of Corey's Terminators. I need to get something out of it this turn because it's dead next turn. I get lucky. I get a single pink horror out of it. That's really all I need. During the shooting phase, the pink horrors and heralds target the Terminators and kill 3 of them, including the champ. During the assault phase, the herald and the champ of the Crushers charge the Nurgle bikes, kill 4 of them. The last one that's alive breaks and he gets run down. So honestly, not a bad turn 1 redemption. I think I'm still down in the points race. Those Crushers are pretty expensive, but I've made a decent dent to get back in it. On the Chaos Space Marines turn 2, the Helldrake arrives, but the Cultists play chicken. This is actually the best possible result for Corey. The Terminators move to the right and essentially set up a shooting line at the Crushers that are left. The Juggernaut Lord sets up for a charge on the Portaglyph. 1 Rhino moves 12, then goes flat out to get in front of the Pink Horrors near the objective that's in the Brown Ruins. And then the other Rhino moves 6, and the guys pile out, and essentially they just line up to shoot at either the single horror or the Crushers. Shooting and assaults went decent. The Havocs and Terminators combined forces to finish off the Crushers. The 5-man Rhino squad easily killed the single horror. The Juggernaut Lord charged the Portaglyph and destroyed it. This is what we expected. About the only thing that didn't go to plan is the Helldrake only managed to kill a single horror after getting 11 hits and 7 wounds. That's a lot of 1s. The 4+ save combined with the Tzeentch reroll of 1s basically took the horrors only down to 1 death. So that was pretty fantastic for them. The Havocs on the far left shot at the Bloodletters, and they only managed to kill 1 of them with the 3+ Book of Names save. Overall, though, Corey felt pretty good about the turn. He got rid of the immediate threat of the Bloodletters. I'm not generating any more forces, and essentially I'm down to 3 units that he has to deal with. Demons turn 2, the Bloodthirster is going to go ahead and jump over to the Brown Ruins. The Cultists didn't come. I got to get him into the game. I'm down to just basically 3 functional units. Pink Horrors advance towards the Rhino. I'm kind of a dummy. You'll see in the next slide that I actually moved my Heralds in such a way that their line of sight was blocked to the Terminators. The Bloodletters advance towards the Chaos Lord on the Juggernaut. I figure we're just going to beat him with sheer numbers there. My psychic stuff goes well. I get prescience on the Pink Horrors, the Bloodletters. I get a 4+ save on the Pink Horrors, and I get a 3+ save on the Bloodletters again from the Book of Names, and I get Misfortune off on his Juggernaut Lord. Got a whole lot of AP3 attacks going that way. In the shooting phase, the Pink Horrors absolutely overkill the Rhino. It was something like 3 glances, 3 pens. Then in the assault phase, the Bloodthirster gets off the most amazing difficult terrain charge. 666s, he was getting in no matter what, and hops on those 5 Marines that piled out. The Bloodletters use, they're sitting at about 5.5 inches. I use the banner because the Corn Lord has a demon weapon. He's going to get lots of attacks. I got to make sure I got plenty of bodies in there. I get an 8-inch charge, 3-inch pile-in. That's going to give me 11 inches total. I'm going to probably kill the Corn Lord. And the best part is my Herald and my Champion both were way at the back by the banner. So they're not even in the combat. So the Lord can't challenge and hide. Close combat goes actually really good. The Bloodthirster kills the Champ. The Marines break and get run down. I was hoping he'd stay in, but you'll see in the next turn it really doesn't matter whether he had stayed in or not. The Bloodletters end up killing the Lord on the Juggernaut, like expected, and only take 2 or 3 casualties in return thanks to the Book of Names 3+ save. Take some time to pause the video right now and look at Corey's Helldrake and his Rhino. Amazingly talented painter. I mean, I love looking at his models. He does these great like lava flame effects. But yeah, I don't know if the video does it justice. They look fantastic in real life. Turn 3, Chaos Space Marines. Corey's starting to feel a little bit rough about it. And actually, let me apologize before we get too much into this. I took this picture from the wrong side of the table. For continuity's sake, I should have done it from his side. Corey decides, and rightfully decides, that the 15 strong bloodletters that are just able to reach out and touch any of 4 of his 5 remaining units or 6 remaining units easily need to be dealt with. So he decides to shoot everything he has at him, including the Helldrake. The cultists don't show up again, so they'll be here on turn 4 for sure. Post game, we kind of talked about what he did, and you can see in the picture he backed his Terminators off and he backed his Chaos Space Marines off, and we talked about this post game. We think that what would have been a better play is to move the Terminators forward and charge the remnants of the Bloodletter squad should they survive. And after he left, I thought about it some more on the drive home, and I actually believe that he should have moved both the Chaos Space Marines and the Terminator squads forward and charged with both of them with the remnants. And then what he could do is use the Chaos Space Marines to pin the 2 AP2 weapons that are in the Bloodletter squad on the Champion and the Herald in place on AP3 guys, and then the Terminators get saves against all the AP3 stuff that they're touching and can just beat them down with just number of wounds. Turn 3 Demons, the Bloodletters are down to 7 or 8 in size. Their 3+ saves save their butts, and as a result, the Horrors and the Bloodthirster were completely unmolested. I go ahead and cast Prescience on the Bloodthirster and the Horrors. I cast the 4+ Invulnerable save on the Bloodthirster, the 3+ Book of Names save on the Bloodletters because they're going to get overwatched probably. And then I moved the Bloodthirster to a position right between the Terminators and the Chaos Space Marines, and I repositioned the Pink Horrors closer to the objectives and give the Heralds line of sight to the Terminators. If the game wasn't over on the Bloodletter survival, it definitely was on the Pink Horrors shooting this turn. Just the Heralds. The Horrors didn't even shoot yet. The Heralds hung 21 shots on the Terminators, 20 hits, and 19 wounds. Just phenomenal shooting. I expected maybe 3 Terminators to die, but then the Terminators rolled 6 ones for their saving throws, and that killed everybody, including the Chaos Lord, who is the Warlord. It was pretty much, I think at that point, there's no coming back. The BT charged the 5 CSM, killed the Champ, the CSM stick. The Bloodletters charged 6 inches up and into the Havocs. The Herald kills all the autocannons while the Bloodletter Champion takes the challenge from the Havoc Champ, and of course somehow he manages to lose, so the Havoc Champ not only sticks around but gets a boon with Fleshbane, which is pretty good when you're fighting guys that have a 5+ save most of the time. Quick correction, the BT actually wiped the CSM squad that it charged in turn 3, but then it consolidated in such a way that the Havocs on the far right can't actually see him. So the turn 4 Chaos Space Marines, there's not much to do. The Helldrake leaves the board. The Havocs and Rhino both shoot at the Pink Horrors and kill enough to take them down to 2 warp charges from 3, so they're going to lose a D6 in the shooting phase. Close combat, again somehow the Havoc Champ survives. Don't know how this is happening, and he even puts a wound on the Herald. I do manage to pass my instability test and stick around. Turn 4 Demons, I cast Prescience, the 4+ Invulnerable, and the Book of Names on the Pink Horrors. Really that's the only thing in range, I believe, at this time. The Bloodthirster jumps over to charge the Cultists on the objective that he was originally watching early in the game. The Pink Horrors move up to shoot at the Rhino across the way. My shooting, pretty simple this phase. Pink Horrors shoot the Rhino. It's really the only thing in range that they can see. They kill it. The Bloodthirster charges the Cultists, whiffs all of his attacks except for 2, so he basically kills 2 Cultists, and they stick around. Turn 5 CSM, the Helldrake returns. They combine fire with the Havocs, and altogether they get around 15 wounds on the Pink Horrors. But the Pink Horrors have a 4+ save from Forewarning, and that makes it a 2+ save with their Book of Names. And the Mark of Tzeentch allows them to reroll failed saves of a 1. Net result, 0 casualties. Very sick how it all stacked up. The Herald, who drew on my turn 4 with the Havoc champ. I didn't discuss that because it makes me sad. Finally finds his corniness and slays the Havoc champ, and they consolidate down to the objective. The Bloodthirster kills the Cultist champ in a challenge, and the Cultists stick around. Demons turn 5, there's not much to do. I go ahead and give the Pink Horrors prescience in the 4+ save. We use the Book of Names on the Helldrake to reduce his save to a 6+, and then cast Misfortune on him, but he denies the Witch, which actually ends up saving him in the shooting phase. The Pink Horrors hang 3 glances on him, and the Helldrake saves one of them with a 6+. So Helldrake lives thanks to Deny the Witch. The Bloodthirster kills the remaining cultists. They're gone. So at this point, we decide the game's over. I mean, there's really no point in continuing. He's got 1 wound Helldrake, a 5-man Havoc unit, and I control both the objectives that are closest to his Havoc unit, and he probably can't get either of those units off of it. It was a good game. Thank you for the game, Corey. Thank you, YouTubers and 4+ers for watching. Hope to make some more of these battle reports in the future.